Okay, so this is really a big thank you to John Rogers and his YouTube channel. I've been watching him all the way through lockdown, and it's been inspiring to me. He does the most wonderful walks in London, and he does lovely history about London as well. I can't do that sort of thing, but I do photography, and what my plan is to do more walks in London and do the photography, as I can't tell you about history like he can. So it's really a thank you to him, and just say just a real big thanks. It's really, your channel has really helped me through these difficult times. I've done one shot of the London Eye, and I'm just going to be walking down the Victoria Embankment looking at different shots. I've got a roll of XP2 Super which I'm going to be taking. You're seeing this is the start of the video, but there's more stuff I took before, which you'll see after this, because I think this is a bit more important than the other bits I did. So I'm just looking at different things to photograph as I walk down here. Now I know there's a really good memorial down here somewhere which I'm going to photograph, and for all those Doctor Who fans, remember the first episode, Rose? So I spotted this shot. I've never really looked over the edge when I've been down the Victoria Embankment before, but seeing this lovely old rustic boat sat there, it's got to be a shot, and I think it'll be really nice. But obviously I'm using XP2 400, so I don't know how contrasty it's going to be. I've not used XP2 for years, and the thing I look for is obviously, is high contrast. I don't know what the grain's going to be like, but I'm quite excited, and I'm just excited to be out. And it's actually Easter Sunday, and I'm wandering around. There's lots of people about buzzing. It's absolutely fantastic. Let's get this back to normal. That's the important thing. So the Victoria Embankment takes me from Westminster all the way down to Blackfriars. It's a walk I've done like many times before. I've done photographs here before, but I'm actually looking for specific things as I go. And there was a shot I took on a film called Svema, and it was of this really strange thing. I don't know what it was, but it had like loads of stickers all over the top of it. Now I've come back to look at it today, and it's all been removed. So I'm going to show you that shot now, so you can actually have a look at the shot I took, and I was really, really pleased with it. It's a pity they've taken all the stickers off, because it made it look better. So this is the memorial I was going to take the photographs of. I'm going to show you them now what I'm doing. And it's a memorial to the people who fought in the Battle of Britain between the 10th of July and the 31st of October 1940. Now that's not through memory, I'm just reading what it says up here. So I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't know if I've got the camera in the right position. But yeah, so I think it's made some really, really lovely shots of this guy, especially this guy running out at the front there. Okay, just across the road we've got one of the green cabbie huts. From what I can understand, there's 13 left, and they're all in preservation now. And I'm actually going to do a video on all of them. I'm going to go around to all of them in one day, but not today. It's just going to be too busy, and I need to spend a full day in London. But I'm going to get a shot of this while I'm here anyway. So most of the green cabbie hats are scattered all over London. However, there are two close together. This one is at Embankment Station, and the one on the next tube station, which is Temple, they've got one there as well. So I'm going to take a shot of both of them today. We're up by Temple tube station, and this is the other green cabbie hut. So I'll get a shot of that on black and white while I'm here, and then carry on the rest of the walk. I say they're really close together, but all the others are quite spread apart. So when I do the photography of them all, it's going to be quite a lot of walking and quite a lot of moving around. So, a truly amazing skyline. You can see here, but it's just it's too cluttered to actually do like one shot of this on film. So what I'm going to do is, this camera can shoot panoramics. So I'm going to shoot a panoramic of what I'm seeing now. So as I go along, I'm just looking for things to photograph as I walk. I'm going to finish up at Blackfriars. I've still got quite a way to go. I really want to get this film finished and out of the way and get onto something else, but we will see. There's a couple of things I'm looking for, and I thought there was one along here, and if I find it, you'll see a photograph of it. But if it's not here, I'm going to do it. So, but I'm really enjoying the walk. It's a really, really gorgeous day, and from what I hear, tomorrow, when I've actually got some work on, it's going to be quite cold and probably snowy as well, which is kind of strange after today. So I'm just looking over across to the OXO building and this foreground here of the boats. I don't know whether there's a shot in it or not. Again, it may be too cluttered, so I think I'm going to leave it. I've got about 10 frames left, and if I don't use them, I don't use them. I'm going to get the film developed anyway. So, but so far it's been a really, really lovely walk on a gorgeous day. Okay, so I found that thing I was looking for. It's a blue police box thingy. It's not like a TARDIS one like this in Earl's Court, but yeah, I think this is wonderful. So I'm trying to get a shot of this. The problem is the sun's in the really, really wrong place for this, but I'll give it a go. Okay, so I found a kind of an unusual phone box in the fact that it's got a wooden door, which is quite unusual because most of them are metal, and it's also got like a stained glass window in one side, in the back side of it, which is kind of strange. So what I'm going to try and do is get a shot of the phone box and the building in the background that looks like a pregnant woman. I don't know what the proper name is for it though, but it's quite interesting. And you thought I was kidding about a stained glass window in the phone box. So I'm at the end of the walk. I'm just heading into Blackfriars Station to get a train home. Now, you'll see the rest of the photos are shot with the XP2 Super as well now. Another film, another day. I need to come up with a proper slogan for my channel. Other than retro film photography or something, you know. Anyway, so I'm out and about. I've got my Olympus OM20 and I brought out my 7150 lens. I did some shots on it with some Fuji Acros too, and they didn't come out too well. The thing with old film photography is it's so easy to get camera shake and get some out of focus shots, and that's exactly what I did. So what I've done now is I put some Ilford XP2 Super in at 400 ISO. We're going to try and take some more shots. So I've just taken a few shots just here by where I'm sitting now, and I want to give it the lens like a real proper test on film, because I've done it on the digital camera and they're easy to work with in some respects on a digital camera, but I wanted to just really have a go. So you'll see the two photographs I took now of the statue. One of us at 70mm, one was 150mm, and see if you can see if you think they're sharp. I mean, I'm looking at the film more than anything else, but it's nice to see what the lens can do. Now, I've not used XP2 Super for years, so again, it's like almost like a new film, and the fact it's a C41 process and I've got to send it to a lab and have them scan it, which will probably be better than the scans that I can do anyway. So, and I'm going to get the high-res scans done so we can actually really have a close look at the actual film itself and its grain structure and all that. So yeah, so what I'm going to go and do, there's some swans nesting, and I'm going to try it and get a couple of shots of them. I did the other day with my 100 speed film and I just got camera shake and just wasn't any good at all. Okay, so I've done one shot of the nesting swans. It was really, really dark. I was getting a really low shot, well, getting 1/25 of a second at f4, which is probably too slow for a handheld. And I've also got a bit carried away with the swans that are just behind me, and I've probably wasted a load of film, a lot of out of focus shots of the swans as well. So I've got a little addition. I've just been over by the waterfall and there's some gates there. I think that's the proper name, from gates there for the canoeists. And there was a guy and a lady doing some canoeing there, and I just took a few shots, and it makes you suddenly realise just how difficult it must have been back in the day with film photographers, pre-autofocus and frames per second and all that sort of stuff, actually taking photographs of sports. It is really, really difficult. All I did for these shots, I picked a focal point and then went from there, and when they reached that point I took the shot. So Again, I hope I'm not going to get a whole load of out of focus shots of these canoeists, but really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed trying that out.